Hello, welcome to Woodcraft Revival, where we talk about all things wood here on this channel. Well, today I've got a bit of an issue, and that issue is my Norwood mill is leaking gas like crazy, and we got to get it fixed. So come along, let's see if we can diagnose it and figure out how to fix it. So a couple months ago, I was doing a project where I needed to mill 2 or 3 days in a row. So got as much time in one day as I could, move on to the next. And notice when I come down the next day, start the mill up, and I get maybe halfway through that first cut, and I'd run out of gas. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on with that? I put gas in this, and did not notice that it was leaking. And it took me a couple days to figure that out. So I spent some time really going over the fuel system to see if I could figure out where on our Kohler Command Pro this was actually leaking gas. And this is what I found. So right here, just below the choke lever, is the fuel shut-off, on and off. And I don't know if you can see that in there, but each time I move that, there's a little bit of gasoline being expressed there. Yep, and there's a drip. You see it dripping now. So we got to figure out what's going on there. Obviously something's gone bad, and I'm going to assume a gasket or something like that, simply because, you know, the way gas is today. I try to get ethanol-free gas, but that's not always an option. There's not a lot of places around here that sell that. But we're going to take this apart, and I bet you anything we're dealing with a gasket of some sort. So the first thing we're going to do is remove our two 10mm nuts here that are on these carburetor studs, keeping this cover on. And then it looks like we've got a couple alum screws. We need to take those out. Actually, I believe these are Torx. They've just gotten a little rusty. Yeah. Gives us access. I'm going to take the air cleaner off too. Don't know that I need to, but let's just get it out of the way. All right, so the air intake, got that removed. And now that allows us to get directly to where we need to here, which is this mechanism right there. And I see the issue. So here's our fuel shutoff. And there's definitely some leakage going on right there. So we're going to take these two Phillips screws out and see what we can uncover. If you're going to do this yourself, I recommend draining the fuel tank completely. There's just a little splash of gas in this. So it's going to a little splash all over the place. Okay. So there's our safety switch, cutoff switch, I should say. There's the cap. There's our lever with a little spring washer there. And here's our culprit. Aha, there you go. So as you can see, that is split, that is deformed. It's got some issues. So in full disclosure, I obviously have taken this apart and troubleshot it already. I wanted to recreate the situation on the video so you guys can see that. I even put a little more gas back in it to waste it just for you guys. So yeah, so about $4 laying on the ground right now. No, the issue with this is I diagnosed this 2 months ago. I saw it 2 months ago and took it apart and figured out what the problem was, that it is a replacement gasket that we need. But these turkeys were on back order, and they were on back order with everyone for 2 months. So I've just gotten this in the last couple weeks, and making it a point to get it switched out now. But it's one of those things where a little $9 kit, when this actually came with a new shutoff, a little sexy red shutoff, $9 kit may be worth keeping a couple of these around just in case this happens again, especially with the garbage gas that we have these days. So I didn't think I put that much daggone gas in the tank, my goodness. So let's swap this out, bring you guys back in so you can see that. So here's our new gasket, and there is no orientation. It's universal. There's actually 2 little nibs on there that this thing sits down on. So I'm going to put those down on it. And then just for the sake of looking cool, I'm going to put the red one on, the red shutoff on. We're going to make sure it's identical. Yep. The only thing we're going to do is we're going to rob this little spring washer from that. Thing looks good there. Put that down in place. Order of operations is key. Okay, time to put it back together. All right, so she's all put back together. It's a little stiff, but I think that'll work. Definitely not seeing any leakage there now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take our old handle, because it's still good. We're going to hang on to that. And then just because I'm a weirdo, we'll take the old gasket. That way I know what it looks like. Some other part number garbage in there. All right, so I'm going to put the tools away. Let's fire it up, see what we get. Now, if you're wondering, I am going to assume there's still some gas left in this thing. That may be a fool's assumption. Ah, crap. I got paper wash keep pouring out of there. Mouse nest. Obviously should not be taking the case off while the engine's running. Not the smartest thing in the world to do. and not find that wasp nest there. And there's 15 of them that poured out of there. Hateful things. That's what happens. You sit idle for about a month, everybody starts building a home against you. It's like urban sprawl around here. They must be in the actual engine housing because they're coming outside of the, they're coming out of the crank. Look at this. Oh, he already flew away. Yeah, right here. Hateful things. All right, now that we got everybody stirred up, let's try it one more time. Well, okay, now that we've evicted our flying little hypodermic needles of pain, I think we're going to be good to go to start making some sawdust. Now, it's almost dark, so I won't mill anything tonight, but I am really excited. The weather has finally broke. This heat wave is over. We still have a drought, but at least we're getting some cooler days, and it's motivating me to get back on this project. And the project, of course, is building this sawmill shed, this timber frame project. So anxious to get that going. And that'll be featured in detail on this channel. But we'll be going over plans soon. I think I've got everything laid out. My logs for my first 5 posts are right over here behind you guys. So we'll be ready to start slinging some sawdust and see if we can get our 8x8s milled first. So hopefully we'll be doing that soon. And I'll be sure to bring you guys along. So I want to leave you with this encouragement. Be sure to spend some quality time with those you hold dear, and make sure to get out in God's beautiful creation. We'll see you soon.